Hi, YouTube family. Auntie is here. I'm your auntie of pop culture. I'm Patty Jackson. It's not cute, not knowing. And we start off with a hug because somewhere someone needs a hug. Is Rihanna pregnant? You know, tonight is the Met Gala, fashion's biggest night. The big stars come out, the weirdest fashions. Is she? She's been dating rapper ASAP Rocky. Her friends are concerned because he hasn't always been the nicest boyfriend. Some are saying that he may propose to her tonight or there'll be some kind of grand announcement. But they want Rihanna to be careful and to sign a prenup because Rihanna, she's a billionaire. She's got a lot with the Fenty business. I don't know when she's going to put out another song. That's probably the furthest thing from her mind right now. But will we find something out about Rihanna tonight at the Met Gala? Actor Laurence Fishburne, did you notice that he wasn't in the Matrix 4 promos at all? We saw Carrie-Anne Moss, we saw Keanu Reeves, Jada Pinkett. But where was Laurence Fishburne, who is known as Morpheus? Laurence Fishburne had a deal where he was getting like $25 million per Matrix. So he has made money off of this. But a lot of people are saying ageism got in the way. Ageism? When they think you're too old for a role. He's 60 years old. He's gained a little weight. He's been kind of sort of replaced with like a younger version of himself in the form of actor Yahya Abdul-Mateen. He was just on the cover of Essence. He was in the Candyman movie. He's 36. He's looking an awful lot like Laurence Fishburne, just a younger version. This is going to be interesting. Will they wind up bringing Laurence back? Are they cutting the money? It's interesting, but they're saying ageism is the reason why Laurence Fishburne was not brought back. Saturday Night Live is returning on October the 2nd, but this is the thing. If you want to know who's coming up for the season, they don't even know which cast member's coming back because some cast members have said, we don't want to do it anymore. So this is going to be funny. Will Saturday Night Live wind up having a whole new look? Jay-Z and Beyonce, their ad for Tiffany, they're donating to HBCU schools. It was a brouhaha because Beyonce didn't know that diamond she was wearing was what they call AKA a blood diamond, and the controversy behind that. But Jay-Z and Beyonce are going to be donating like $2 million to fund kids' HBCU schools and scholarships. Nicki Minaj, the rapper, she's married to a registered sex offender. She knew what she was getting into when she married Kenneth Petty, and he recently had to plead guilty to not telling authorities where he lived. When you're on those lists and you're a registered sex offender, everywhere you go, you got to let that town, that city, you got to let them know that you're there, you're living there, you're coming, because they listed publicly. Now, this is tricky for Nicki Minaj because she's a superstar. Now everybody's got to know where she lives because of her husband. They just had a baby. He pleaded guilty. They're going to look at this case in January. Will they give him more probation, slap him with fines, or put him in jail? This happened to Kenneth Petty when he was a teenager. They've been trying to get it dropped. The accuser said that she's been threatened by Nicki and her husband. This whole thing is a mess. They wanted to go away so they can live their lives. But will it go away? Because everywhere he goes, he has to register. And he is due in court in January. This happened in 1995. He was 16 years old. He's already served 4 years in jail. What punishment will the judge put down on him for not saying that he moved and did not register as a sex offender? Dionne Warwick, Don't Make Me Over, is a new documentary. She was the star of the Toronto Film Festival. And what's funny about Aunt Dionne, they ain't going to show you that other side. They're not going to show you the petty auntie. They're not going to show you the mean side. Of course, I know both sides of Auntie Dionne, but we get along great. But it's something about They're gonna show her smoking no cigarette. They're never gonna do that. They talk about her amazing career, and her career was amazing. But they're gonna tell you about when she got fired from Solid Gold, replaced by Marilyn McCoo because she was back there acting crazy. She talks about being an AIDS activist, what led her to do. That's what friends are for. But she has had an incredible career. But it's her version of her life, and she was the hit. As soon as it comes on a streaming service, y'all know I am going to let you know. Let's talk about the return of Broadway. Leslie Odom Jr. He's from Philly, y'all. Won a Tony for his role in Hamilton. Aaron Burr, Sir. One Night in Miami. He was in that movie. He's in the prequel to The Sopranos. We'll get to that in a minute. He's hosting a show on CBS the night of the Tony Awards called The Return to Broadway. They are eager to get people back in those Broadway seats, and there are going to be performances and just a huge celebration as theater returns. Leslie Odom Jr., he's going to be in the new Exorcist movie. Yeah, Leslie Odom Jr. is going to be in. But he's playing a gang leader in The Many Saints of Newark. Many Saints of Newark is the prequel to The Sopranos. What made Tony Soprano? Those early years. And Leslie Odom Jr., he plays a gang leader. And the backdrop of The Many Saints of Newark, it's set against the Newark race riots where the blacks and the Italians were not getting along and fighting. And wait until you see Leslie Odom Jr. Many Saints of Newark is not only going to be in theaters, but it's going to start streaming on HBO Max October the 1st. So look out for it. I think a lot of people, they're going to be like, that's Leslie Odom Jr. up there? That is Leslie Odom Jr. So who is the sexiest couple on TV and they're in their 50s? Nicole Ari Parker and Boris Kodjoe. They met on the set of the TV show Soul Food, and they've been married with kids ever since. They make a great couple. She's going to be in the new Sex and the City movie. She's also has a recurring role on Chicago PD. Boris is also on that show Station 19 on ABC, but they were voted, and they do make a great couple. I had a chance to interview Kim Fields this morning. We go back to Tootie from The Facts of Life. Wait, y'all. Mrs. Butterworth, when she was a little girl doing this and saying, it's so good. Regine, Living Single. The Upshaws. She's got that show with Mike Epps, which is so funny. It is coming back next year to Netflix with her and Wanda Sykes. But did you guys know that Kim Fields direct? She's directing the first 4 episodes of All the Queen's Men, the Tyler Perry male exotic stripper show on BET+. Kim Fields directed the first 4 episodes. It was such a pleasure to talk with her because I hated when Kim was on those damn reality shows. I hated it because she didn't belong. It's like, Kim, you don't even belong here. You're like above them. We've been rocking with you since you was a little girl and acting. She is content. She's got a holiday movie coming out on one of these shows, Lifetime or one of them. But she's very content, and she's very pleased to let people know that she directs. Also had a chance to interview Master P. Yes, the rapper. Na 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 na. I used to love that song back in the 90s. And Master P. On the OWN network, there's a show coming on Tuesday night, tomorrow night, about dads. They call me Dad. Being a father, nurturing your children, the sacrifices you may have made for your children. I interviewed Master P and the gospel legend Marvin Sapp, but actor Derek Luke is on it. The actor Tristan McWilds from The Wire, who just became a dad. But they talked about their role as a dad. What does it mean to be a black father in your son's lives, being supportive? You know, a lot of times there is no handbook, to being a parent, and it's all about fatherhood. They Call Me Dad. It's airing Tuesday night at 9 on the OWN network, and the 2 gentlemen were amazing. Gabrielle Union, her book, You Got Anything Stronger, is out. She talks about surrogacy. She had her baby via surrogate. she and Dwayne Wade and what she went through and how heartbreaking it was to go through just trying to have a baby and just constantly disappointing, but then be a surrogate. They're blessed with this child. That book is hitting newsstands tomorrow. Nick Cannon, you're going to see a lot of crazy stuff about Nick Cannon because his new talk show debuts 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from today, the new Nick Cannon talk show debuts, and he was dressed really weird on the VMAs, Video Music Awards, and he was like flirting with Ashanti, and it's like, Ashanti, he got that super sperm, stay back. What did you guys think of the VMAs? This is when you know you're getting older. It was trash. It was raunchy. It was stunts. It was stunt after stunt after stunt. I said, does anybody like perform anymore? And everybody was like just so raunchy, and Madonna opened it up, and y'all know how I feel about Madonna. I was such a diehard Madonna fan back in the 80s that when I see her now in that butt, and I'm tired of stunts. I just want to see real talent. I just want to see talent. I'm tired of stunts, and it was like one stunt after the other. But the VMAs 40th anniversary for MTV, you guys let me know, what did you think? Tonight, it's the Met Gala. Follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be posting a ton of stuff, all the fashions, everything that you want to see. But the Met Gala is fashion's biggest night. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. I do read the comments. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. It's not cute not knowing. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture.